All right. Is it going to YouTube? It says that I'm live, but my YouTube has not updated. Oh, there we go. All right, YouTube is starting to do a thing. We'll see what happens. Started streaming less than a minute ago. I wonder if there's a lag between what I see, you know, because like,
yes, usually if it's going to YouTube, it might be.
There might be a bit of a delay, but YouTube. There is. Okay. So I seem to have a little bit of a delay, which is fine. It says that, hey, it says that I have a guest. Who's my guest? I'm my own guest. It says 2, 1 watching. It was 2 watching. Now it's 1 watching. I'm the one watching. Okay.
You're the only one?
I think so.
So you don't have to officially, unless you want to start for the YouTube replays later?
Well, so what I'm going to do, what I can do. Teresa is here. Yay! Welcome, Teresa. I have no idea. So I have my YouTube open. I have the StreamYard open, and I also have it on my phone. So my phone is acting as my camera. I've also got my laptop down here so that I can type if I need to or moderate if necessary. And right now, I'm just trying to get myself centered. And I am here at the lovely Janet's space of House of Coolness. her cuddle plaza. I don't know, snuggle salon. Cuddle studio. The cuddle palooza. See behind me, it says the snuggle is real. And so yes, so here we are, and right now we're just trying to get centered. It's a little bit chilly, but that's okay because once I get going, it gets really, really warm for me, so that's fine. But yeah, I did a little bit of a card drawing earlier to see what the energy was, and it totally picked up. I wasn't understanding what I was looking at until Janet started talking, and then I was like, oh, this is a card read about you, apparently. So here we are. I am happy to answer questions as they arise. I have invited my spirit guides to join us, and we can do a little meditation thing. So Janet, I know you're doing things in there.
I'm gonna stop.
Okay. Thank you, sweetheart. I love you.
Getting started now.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So I just want to do a little bit of a meditation to get started. I've got my stones. I've got different stones than I did last week because I had a really weird thing happen this week. I don't think I even told you, Janet, about the thing that happened with my earrings. I have these amethyst earrings that I've had for a while now. A friend of mine actually picked them up for me at the gym, you know, the big gym show that happens in San Antonio. And I tend to like play with my earrings, like, you know, just like, you know, feel them. And I was playing with the one earring, and I noticed that it was shaped weird. It felt different. It was like it had a crevasse in it or something, like a crevice that hadn't been there before. And it it was as if it had been broken and then polished. But it hadn't been broken. It was a different shape. And so later that evening, I took both my earrings off, and they were both different. They were both shaped different, and they were a different color, which was very, very weird. Sorry, I dropped my. I also brought some of that so that I could have something to do with my hands if need be. But it was just bizarre. The colors, instead of being bright purple, because they were amethyst, instead of being bright purple, they were like kind of a muddy, almost brownish color. So I reached out to some of my rock people, and I was like, what do you know about your stones changing? And they pointed out that your the crystals, they're living things, they're alive, and we should be very respectful of them, and they do a job. And sometimes when when they're too, they need time to recharge and rejuvenate as well. So this is why a lot of folks do like the full moon ceremonies, where they put their stones out, their crystals out to be charged in the full moon. So right now my earrings are sitting on the windowsill. One of my friends actually suggested that I bury them in dirt or mud and leave them in the sun for 7 days. And sure, I just don't want to deal with muddy earring. I didn't want to go out and make mud for my earrings. So I just set them on the windowsill so that they could charge in the sun. And so I'm letting them do that. I'm kind of letting them have their time in the sun, and then I will let them go through the full moon, which is on the 25th, I believe, is the full moon this month, and let that kind of be a new recharge cycle, and see how they look at the end of that time. I have a lot of rocks on my windowsill right now, as a matter of fact. I don't really know a whole lot about stones. I'm still learning. I'm still figuring things out, but yeah. So that being said, we'll just kind of go into meditation and see who has anything to say tonight. And if there are any questions, if folks show up and have anything that they want to ask, then we will. I look forward to that as well. So right now, I invite you to sit comfortably and to allow yourself to feel yourself in your seat, where your body rests against gravity, to feel where your seat touches, if you're on a chair or on a cushion, or just how your body feels against whatever you're sitting on. And to feel the energy in your body, starting in your feet. If your feet are on the ground, or if they're touching something, how that feels. To allow the energy beneath you to connect with your body, and to imagine the energy in your body connecting with the energy of the earth. Going deep into the earth with a bright golden cord of energy, connecting you to the center of the earth, anchoring you, grounding you. And the energy from the earth flowing back up into your body and connecting with each of your energy centers, starting at your root, moving up into your sacral, right below your belly button, moving into your solar plexus at the center of your torso. From there into your heart center. Feel that sensation of opening, of fullness, of movement in your heart. Feel the energy moving up into your throat. Notice if you feel anything, any sensations happening as this energy moves through your body. From your throat chakra, it moves up to your third eye, your pineal gland right behind your eyes. If your eyes are closed, notice if you see any colors behind your eyes. Notice if you see movement behind your eyes. If you see patterns or shapes or pictures. And then allow the energy to move up to your crown chakra at the top of your head. You might feel a sensation at the top of your head, like something opening. This is the chakra that connects us to wisdom, to the universe. And right now, with our energy centers open and ready to receive, I invite in our guides. I surround this space with light, with the light of Christ, with the light of the angels. We fill this space with love. And we allow in those beings and entities that are of the highest vibration. Our guides, our soul family who have been with us, who have watched over us, who love us, who guide our steps. We invite you in with grateful, loving hearts, eager to hear your wisdom, eager to receive your guidance. And I guess we'll start here. If anyone has any questions or any thoughts they wish to share. There's a cat that wants to share wisdom with us. I have a couple of decks of cards with me here. I've got my Radiant Wise Tarot, which is basically the Rider-Waite deck. So it's going to look like the typical Rider-Waite deck. I have the Archangel Power Tarot cards, which has all Archangel stuff. I also have my fairy cards. So if you would like a card reading, we could always do that as well. So that is something that I'm open to. Just to let folks know, I have an extra deck of the Archangel Power Tarot cards that is still in the shrink wrap. It hasn't been opened. So I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do with that. I might wind up doing some kind of a giveaway or something like that. Just out of curiosity, Teresa, can you hear me? Is the audio good? Okay. All right. Cool. I'm just double checking. And all right. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Move these around a little bit. I don't want those to fall. I think they'll be fine. These decks, these are the Bradley Valentine with somebody else. The fairy cards and the Archangel cards. And that somebody else is no longer listed on those cards, but the ones that I have are the ones that do have her on there. So yeah, these are a little bit old. Let's see. Do you have any questions, Janet? Or would you like to do, are there any cards that you would like to see? Oh, so Teresa asks, could I get a shout out to my friends who are no longer on Earth? I can't sense those kinds of energies, just in case you can. Okay. So, well, that's a great question. So yes, is there anyone in particular that you want to talk to, or that, you don't have to tell me. But if there's someone in particular that you are thinking of, let me know. Or if you have a specific question for them. I should practice my mediumship.
My question was about the menopause thing.
Okay.
So whenever Teresa, do the Teresa thing.
So you're thinking of a couple of friends. One was a writer, one was an artist. So when you asked, a card jumped out. I'm just looking to see if any other ones jump out. Well, so I've got the strength card, which is Archangel Ariel. I don't know if you can see that very well. Strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, forgiveness. There is, of course, the strength card has the lion on it. So there's often Leo energy there. And then there's also the infinity symbol with the dove. That all that also the infinity symbol, especially with the dove, the Holy Spirit, that tends to be talking about life going on, life after, the eternal nature of life. Also, Archangel Ariel is, from what I understand, the angel is no. I don't remember what Ariel does. I need to learn more. I need to actually connect with my guides and learn more about what the angels do. I'm just listening to see if there's if anything comes through as far as messages. I keep seeing like a rainbow kind of shape. And uh, sorry, I'm just like watching the stuff behind my eyes, and lots of like there were rainbows, there was a triangle, there was almost a snowflake type shape. Um, and hmm. So our friends from the other side always want us to know that they love us, they see us, they're with us. Whenever we think about them, they are with us. That is always the way. They are with us the moment we think about them. They themselves are happy and content and joyful where they're at. If you have specific questions that you want to know um, from them, then they're happy to answer any questions. I don't know if there is a specific, if there's a specific thing that they have that they're burning to tell you right now. Was there anything that you specifically wanted to know, Teresa? Okay. Well, they say hi back. So they're always ready to say hi. They're always ready to smile and give you a smile, and to tell you that you are loved, that they love you, and that they are always here for you. There's nothing that you cannot ask that they will not try to answer in a way that you can hear. In fact, if you want a sign of their presence, look for it. Birds are often a way that the spirit world will communicate with us. So if you notice birds or animals acting outside of their usual nature, and I don't mean in a rabid animal kind of way, but if they're just doing something that's unusual that catches your attention, even if you miss the message, they will come back and give it to you again and again and again until you finally catch it. So whenever you are missing your friends, whenever you are longing for their presence, understand that they are present and that they will give you the signs that you need in order to recognize them. If you think something is them, it is them. So, oh, she used to feature rainbows in her work. Okay. All right, because like all I could see was a rainbow. I'm just like, I see a rainbow, and the rainbow would get bigger, and and then there would be more rainbows. So yes, okay, cool. Good to know. Thank you for that confirmation. It's funny, I've been seeing a lot of rainbows lately, and in fact, Brucey keeps noticing rainbows around the sun, and he'll say, "There's a rainbow around the sun," and then I'll look, and sure enough, there will be a rainbow around the sun. So that's been happening for like the last week and a half, I guess. Yeah. So, okay. All right. Janet, you had a question?
I'm curious around what the guys have to say about the mundane, very earth-based change that women go through.
Pardon me. I'm so sorry. Was that enough, Teresa? I forgot to ask if that was sufficient, if you were complete, or if you had more questions. I'm so sorry. Okay. All right. Thank you. So sorry. I'm sorry, Janet. Please continue. Okay.
So, I mean, menopause feels like such a frivolous thing when it comes to like more spiritual things, but it's real. It's part of the human experience. So I just love to hear more depth and perspective on like what we think, or maybe like what I'm. It can be personal. Maybe like what I'm experiencing. Is this, is it what they say? It's that.
Is it menopause?
Well, like, not menopause. It's like more perimenopause, like the beginning stuff.
Yeah.
And if, or what could be behind a lot of just kind of just really big changes in my body.
Change is the nature of this realm. you come here for the rapidity of changes that are constantly happening, that happen in physical, which feels so different than the way contrast is experienced in other realms. So the question of the changes that you experience in your body, the better question is not what is the cause of these changes, but um, do these changes cause you satisfaction or dissatisfaction? So that is the more germane question. That is the point that you need to ponder. If these changes bring you satisfaction, then continue on your path, continue on your merry way, and give them no further thought. If these changes are causing you dissatisfaction,
Yes.
then beloved, it is not the value of understanding the source of these changes um, is not as great as the value of understanding how these changes are affecting you. So if these changes, if these symptoms, if these things that are happening within your system cause you to slow down, cause you to go inward, allow that to happen, and give your body the love and nurture that it requires in order to do what it must do. Often, often you humans, not you in specific, but humans in general, will find themselves going against their body's nature and pushing and pushing and pushing past their endurance, and then their body requires rest. This is, but they do not give it the rest that it requires, and so then the body will ask for rest harder, and eventually the universe has to step in and force the rest upon you, and often this comes in the form of dis-ease. You may hold on to all kinds of emotional issues, trauma, and things from your past that no longer serve you, and they fester inside your body and then create disease, create things that that are weaknesses, or things that are uncomfortable to you. We are not saying that this is the case here. We are just saying in general, these are things that happen. So being able to listen to your body and being able to listen to what it is telling you is the most important thing. There are things that you can do in order to support your body. And we are not saying that you shouldn't do those things. We are saying to be more aware. The channel holds in her hand a pendulum, and there are those who are practiced in the art of using the pendulum over your body in order to find areas that require more energy, more of whatever. You are familiar with muscle testing? Yes.
Yes.
We would recommend finding someone who is practiced in muscle testing to work with you in order to discover what it is that your body truly needs.
Can I just do it myself?
You can, if you feel that this is something that you are adept at, that you trust yourself to understand your body's requests. Absolutely, we just believe that this is going to be the path for you. Rather than looking outside of yourself, we only suggested a practitioner in this manner because of the frequency and the energetic nature someone like that might possess. Going to conventional medicine might not lead you into the path of most allowing, might not lead you into the path of greatest understanding in this particular case. We are not saying that you should not do these things. We are saying that you should ask your body first and trust your body to know what it needs. And then from there, move forward. So continue to seek your inner knowing, your inner wisdom, your own inner guidance. Continue to ask your guides in to direct you and to give you clarity in this issue. But ask your body. It is aware. It is conscious. Your body has sentience. Your brain is not the only place of consciousness within you. Every cell has consciousness within your body. So please trust yourself, trust your body, trust your awareness to be able to direct you in what your body actually genuinely needs. And if you need tools such as pendulums and other things, please use those as well. But it is not necessary if you know how to hear yourself. Does this resonate?
Yes.
Do you feel full?
Yes.
Okay. How was that? Does that help?
It's a good reminder. But I think the best part was like sometimes I didn't know how the question, and it's true. It's about satisfaction, dissatisfaction.
Yeah.
And that. So what's interesting is that sometimes often it's like, well, rest is the recipe, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it actually, I need movement, but it needs to be a different type of movement.
Right. Yeah. Trust your body. Your body will tell you what it needs.
Because if I stretch, for example, it hurts more. But if I just lie around, it would not. I need the lotion is motion.
Yeah.
Motion is lotion.
Yeah. Motion is illusion. That's right. That's right. How you doing, Teresa? Has anyone else joined us? I don't know if anyone else is watching right now. It'll be interesting on the playback because there's a lot of riffing and everything. Let's see. I don't plan for these things. Well, number one, this is my second ever live stream, so this is still new to me. Oh yes, Teresa also found that was helpful in her situation. The question was very helpful for her situation. So thank you, Teresa, for that input. Let's see. What else? Because this is all new, I'm learning as I go, and I am trying to be open to whatever it looks like.
I have a question.
Bring it.
Remember, my daughter's back in the hospital for another suicidal attempt.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
And you can repeat if you need to for Teresa.
I think because the audio is coming from my phone, so it's going to pick everything up.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
The mic on my phone should pick everything up.
And about 4 days ago now, I realized I'm not co-parenting with Dad. I don't know why it just hit me. I'm not co-parenting. Like, he's not including me in anything. I don't know anything. I made the assumption, like, why isn't he reaching out? Why isn't he telling me what's happening? And I'm like, oh, because I'm not co-parenting. He's pretty much taken over and taken care of everything. So she called me to tell me from Laurel Ridge. Okay. So multiple things. So whatever's coming up for the guides to tell me.
Okay. I
realized at first I was like, well, I need to be part of this. And then I was like I need to be like insist co-parenting to support. And I'm like, this actually is a really shitty mental illness. Oh, I also got a diagnosis. She's bipolar type 1. Okay. So it has a lot of shitty parts, and she's 13, so like it's gonna get worse before it gets better. Right. That's my guess. It's gonna be really hard to be with her as a teenager, I'm sure. Yeah. So then I looked into what other families are struggling with bipolar kids, and it's hell on earth for them, from what I have read. And I'm like, I don't want hell on earth. maybe I'm being spared to go through all this because he wants to do this. And I'm like, okay. So there's that. Like, there's this, like, maybe, and I feel like a shitty mom for saying it because I'm like, I'm supposed to be part of it. But then I still have a choice if I want to throw myself into this struggle with him, like, insist it. I can let it be and let him supposedly have what this is what he's created. He actually created this scenario where he has full custody, and I'm just kind of in an allowing state. So that's the first thing. And the second part, she called me and she's like, how do you feel that I'm in this situation? And I have been, before that, within this past week, been processing her pregnancy and how hard it was. I had my closest friends abandoned me. And there's like a lot of like really emotional. My husband left me at 36 weeks. Like, he moved out. Like, I don't think anybody knew really what happened.
No.
I was by myself. Like, nobody knew. I didn't tell anyone. I got very private and secretive during that pregnancy. So for 2 weeks I was by myself. Like, all this shit happened. And I told her the story. And she called again today. And she's like, finish the story, because she only has 10 minutes. And I kind of finished most of it. And I don't know what impact it will have on her, but like, I am taking some responsibility. Like, she lived through this really hard time in my life, and she lived it inside me, so she was part of it. And I'd like to know if that's, so those are the two parts. There's the co-parenting piece, and then there's this, I told, she did not know the story. So sometimes I told her today, if you're experiencing things that are like, why am I feeling this or thinking this, it may not be yours, it's mine. And like, you might be processing it, but I'd like to know both sides. Like, what are they thinking?
So you are not incorrect to focus back on the things that happened during her time in the womb. These do have impact, but that is also part of the soul contract that your family made coming in, both with your ex-husband and yourself and your daughter. These are all things that you have all agreed to have these experiences in order to shape the kinds of choices that she is faced with now and the kinds of choices that you are faced with now. These things, there is no right or wrong way to deal with these things. You each have come for your own experience, for your own growth plan, for your own expansion. You have each come for your own joy. But you also co-create these things together. You came in with the role of mother. And in the culture you grew up in the society that you chose to manifest in, that has certain connotations, it has certain meanings. The archetype of mother is ubiquitous to humanity, but there are also certain nuances within each culture and society. These are things that you begin to recognize within yourself, the satisfaction or dissatisfaction that these different aspects have for you and what they mean to you. And you are allowed to change your script. You are allowed to make any adjustments as you go. Understand that the love that you each have for one another is eternal and is profound. It is magnificent. It cannot be hindered. So do not fear that there is any separation that could truly happen that would have a true impact in the long run. She is learning a lot through this experience, as are you. Your choice to be more involved or less involved is your choice. And the understanding that you have is that there might be hardship in both scenarios. There may be dissatisfaction in both scenarios. There may be great satisfaction in either scenario. You can find joy and comfort no matter which way you choose to go. And she will find joy and expansion no matter which way you choose to go. The value that you can bring to the scenario is sitting within yourself and focusing on the love that you have for her and feeling those subtle, nuanced guidances, those little tingles that tell you how to choose based on the love that you have for her. Your love that you have for her may continue to keep you at a distance as she plays out this drama in her life, as your ex-husband plays out his part in the drama, and as you allow and do not push against the choices that both or either of them make. Holding to the love that you have. Love that you have for them, for yourself, and for the collective. And the love that is held for you. You will not be steered wrong in this. You will not be guided to do against your soul contract. In the terms of doing something that is so far out of the bounds of what you came here to experience that it is a scrap and you have to start over. You cannot get this wrong. You can find satisfaction in however you choose to experience this. Just be clear within yourself at each step of the way how you want to feel. You don't need to decide from this now moment, I will now be active in this way or this manner, because this is what I feel I ought to do. Do not make decisions based on what you think you should do. Base your decisions on where your inner guidance leads you one step at a time. You may find yourself more heavily involved. You may find yourself less heavily involved. You may find yourself continuing in the same manner as is currently being experienced. The important thing is to not judge where you find yourself. If you find yourself more involved and your ex-husband takes a lesser role, let that be the path of least resistance. If you continue the way that it is now, with him holding the reins, so to speak, let that be, because it is the path of most delight, which seems odd to say in this scenario, but understand what we are saying to you. We are saying that you will know what you must do based on how it feels. If it feels like it is pushing against a rock, or if it feels like it is kicking against the goads, do not do that thing. Do not do the thing that feels harmful. This is not to say that there will not be things that you must do that feel hard to you, but the hard things will feel like they are the right things to do as you do them. Not because someone else tells you it is the right thing to do, but because it flows from that wellspring within you that tells you this is the thing I must do. And it is hard, but I know it is the right thing. It is the thing that comes from my love.
Mhm.
Your love will guide you in this thing. Work on not judging yourself for the choices that you make around this. You are doing your best, beloved. Your daughter is doing her best. Your ex-husband is doing his best. Allow everyone to do their best without judgment, with love, magnanimous. You must be magnanimous in this, towards yourself, towards your daughter, and towards your ex-husband. Allow yourself to heal from the trauma. And as you go back to the time when she was in your womb, go to that time in meditation. Send yourself and her the love that you so desperately craved at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Hold yourself. Hold her. Pour into the former self all the things that you wanted.
Mm.
You can change your present and your future by
Yes.
correcting that path.
Yeah, totally. That's perfect.
Is there more?
I am curious. Can you speak to? Is she? How can you speak to how long her time on Earth will be?
The channel is resistant to making predictions.
There's no wrong. There's no wrong.
There is no wrong answer. And there is every scenario plays out in every dimension. There are dimensions where she has already transitioned. Continue to love her. We see her. We see her so bright and brilliant and full of joy. We do not see her pain. No matter what her decision is, it comes from a place of joy. Even if on this earth plane, from your current now perspective, it does not feel like joy. Sorry, that pulled me right out. Hold on, let me get back in. She blazes and shines like a sun. She has come for a great work. We do not see that being snuffed out. As one who has chosen such a close role to play with her, focus on her brilliance. Do the inner work of healing your collective past. And this plane is difficult for her because she is so brilliant. This plane feels too dense for her. But that is not to say that she will not acclimate, or as this plane continues to shift, that it will meet her. There are places on this earth where she can thrive. Continue to connect her with nature as much as you can. This place at Enchanted Rock and other places like it, where the energy is so high, places of ascension, allow her to become immersed in places like that. Sedona, Mount Shasta. If she is open to it, teach her meditation, teach her how to speak with the crystals, how to connect with the higher things within and upon Gaia. These things will be of benefit to her. Connect with the angels that surround her. She is surrounded by angels.
Is there one in particular? Or you can pull a card.
Purple. She has a connection with Metatron. Raphael is around her, which is not shocking. Raphael is the angel of healing. But she is surrounded by purple. Connect with Metatron. Send pink light pink. Is that Ariel? I'm seeing the triangle with the eye.
On the dollar bill.
Yeah, I don't really know what that means, but look that up.
It's okay. Illuminati.
Yeah,
I think it's Illuminati. But...
Well, yeah, but it has it's a symbol for a reason. It's not evil. No. But like everything, like I was seeing all the purple, lots and lots of purple, and I kept hearing Metatron, And then I was seeing green, which is Raphael, and Raphael is around her. There was also pink, and then it just went all golden, and it was the triangle with the eye in it, and it was like bright gold, like it filled my entire vision of this gold and the light of Christ. So connect with Christ. And send Christ's light to her. And whatever that symbol means, which like
it's the symbol, the Trinity and God's omnipresence and divine providence. The eye of providence.
Okay. Hey.
The eye set within a triangle. So yeah, eye of providence.
I mean, it filled my entire vision. Like that's all I could see, and it was just bright gold. Is there more? Do you want me to draw a card on that? Do you want me to draw the angel cards?
I wanted a card. Yeah, I don't know what. I want you to be guided with like what kind of card, and it doesn't need to be angel. But.
The angels are all up in this right now. They are very.
They want to speak.
Like when I say she is surrounded, there is a multitude of angels around her right now where she's at. I feel like she has divinity around her. I'm not saying that she incarnated, like she's an angel that incarnated, but it almost feels like that higher being level. And that's why she's having such a tough time.
They have her on 9 medications right now. This is a highly medicated child at this point.
Yeah.
Because she's
not acclimating.
She wants to get out of here.
There's a reason.
It's actually the place where it really. She's going back to school tomorrow. She's supposed to be going back tomorrow. And I think it's the whole school thing. It's like.
Mm-hmm. I was the same way. Solutions. So this is Archangel Zadkiel. We'll have to look him up. I don't know anything about him. Zadkiel. Success that comes from objective compromise, self-control, and patience, forgiving and healing energy. There's a little booklet. Let's see how it.
Mercy.
I knocked it all over. Okay. Archangel Zadkiel is working with you to find the perfect balance. The key to success right now is in moderation and compromise. If you're feeling stressed out, this card counsels you to take a deep breath and ask your angels and guides for assistance. Self-control and patience are called for in order to create the successful outcome you are hoping for. Consider the ideas of others and try to see their point of view. Diversity of thought can bring forth the strongest possible course of action. Reconciliation of opposing viewpoints is very likely. Now, if you approach all parties with a forgiving and fair attitude, this seems to be talking about like you and your ex. A balanced approach, perfect orchestration, creative solutions through compromise, healing energy. Archangel Zadkiel is the angel of memory. He can help you remember facts or aspects of situations that you may have forgotten. He is also the angel of forgiveness. Call upon Zadkiel to help when you need to regain a balanced point of view regarding others or your own past experiences. So I think that that's also about what they were talking about with going back and sending healing to the past.
And his color is purple.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was bright purple. Purple was everywhere. So, Very interesting. Yeah. Okay. For the viewers at home, this is the card that that I drew. Okay. Is there more?
That's good. That's great.
Okay.
A lot of good stuff there.
All right. Are there any questions from the viewers at home? That was kind of deep. All right. Whew. So, if there are no further questions, I'm gonna give it. Oh, Teresa has an art question. Okay. Did you want the cards for this, or do you want a channel, like a non-card channel? Do you want me to talk with my eyes closed? The art energy seems to be sliding away. Okay. All right. Hold on. I just got a question in another chat. So hold on a moment while I go and. All right. Okay, Teresa. You can't get a hold of it. You haven't been feeling well, and that may be it. Okay. All right. Let's see. Is there a deck that you prefer? I have the fairy deck, the archangel deck, or the Radiant Wise Tarot, which is, you know, the normal one of the, like the old style, like Rider-Waite kind. The fairy deck, yes. The fairy deck is fun. I love my fairy deck. Okay. Your muse has a fun energy. Let me tell you, that was last week. She just jumped right in. They, she, I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Okay. We've got the Two of Autumn, which is going to correspond to the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles, which is a card that I drew at the very big, like way back before I went live. I did a drawing, and that was the first one. But this says, bring fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities or jobs, an exceptional talent for multitasking. So with the Two of Autumn, it's talking about balance. It's talking about bringing more fun. You said you wanted fun. Well, the energy you said is slipping away. It sounds like, especially with last week's question, you were asking about multiple, going in different directions. If you're splitting the energy, that could be a problem. So you want to make sure that when you're doing a thing, that you're focused on the thing that you're doing, that you are, all in. And if you're not all in, sit with yourself and ask yourself, what would you rather be doing? So is there something when you're trying to focus on something and you're finding that it's slipping away from you, stop. Give yourself permission to stop and not continue doing the thing that you're wrestling with. And then ask yourself, your muse and your higher self, what is there something you'd rather be doing? Is there a way you'd rather be doing the thing that you are doing? Is there something else that could be happening here? And then just sit with yourself and allow yourself to answer that question. So if you are taking on a lot of different projects, there's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure that whatever you're working on right now, you're giving it your full focus and full attention. Does that help? Is there more? I'm not sure if there's a delay between the recording and YouTube. There might be a delay. Okay, so helpful, yes. I haven't been doing many projects, just goofing around with art supplies. Well, there you go. So, play with it and let the fun guide you. So as you're goofing around with the art supplies, just let the delight feed the delight. That's what you want to do. Just feed the delight. All right. Is there anything else? Does anyone else have any questions? Okay. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you so much. All right. Are there any other questions in the audience? I know that some folks have joined us. I want to give everyone an opportunity to speak if they need to. Hi, Amanda. Yes. Now, just so you know, welcome. The replay is slow to start because it was just slow to start. So I might go back in and edit these, and you're fine. I usually go for about an hour and a half on these nights. So yeah, you haven't really missed anything. And if anyone has any questions, I'm happy to answer them now or whenever. So yeah. Yeah, I have my decks. I have my fairy deck, my my archangel deck, and my Radiant Wise deck. But I've also been just straight up channeling as well with questions. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. And oh, whoa, okay, all right, so there's a question for you. What do I see going down for the collective for this month? Beloved, you have quite a month ahead of you. It is only just beginning. There are many things that are happening in the ethers. There are many things that are happening in the energies. There are so many things that are happening on the earth plane right now. And it is very exciting as we move towards this grand conjunction, the conjunction of Pluto and the sun and Aquarius. I'm sure you, beloved, with all of your knowledge of the stars, are quite excited for this as well, and have depths of knowledge that the channel does not. So there are many things that are going to be happening within the collective. There are many things that are going to be happening on the earth plane. And stepping into this new realm, this new energy, is going to be difficult for some. There will be some resistance. But for those who are on the path of ascension, who are on the path of expansion, as all are, though some have chosen to use this lifetime to be awake and aware of what is happening around them, this will be a time of great joy and eagerness and excitement. So feel into that, lean into the eagerness, lean into your excitement, find the place of contentment and follow that. That is going to be what will serve you most right now. The things that are of concern, things that are of greater dissatisfaction, those are things that will continue to grow for a time, starting that have already started, but will ramp up as 2024 continues. But for this month, lean into the excitement and joy of this grand conjunction. That is the thing that you should be focused on, for it is the doorway, it is the portal through which you must step in order to find your greatest joy, your greatest satisfaction. Is there more? Did that answer your question, or did you have something more specific in mind? Oh, yay! Chills are always good. It's fun to go back on the rewatch, because I don't often catch everything that is being said. So I look forward to going back. Well, I am so glad that I gave you what you needed. Good, good, good. Yay. Do you have plans for the conjunction? Do you have something planned? I'm actually curious. Because I do. We're doing our big Ascension event, so that's going to be a lot of fun up at Enchanted Rock. Joy and excitement. Well, that's absolutely what they were really they seem to be indicating, that you should lean into that. All right. Are there any other questions? I'm going to give this another 10 minutes. Of course, if there are questions, then we can, I don't mind going over, because I can always edit this in post. But yeah, so if anyone else has any questions or concerns or information. So the Capricorns are delighted that Pluto is moving out of our house. No. Kick Pluto to the curb. Poor Pluto. Pluto gets no love. Oh, all in his underground. Poor Pluto. Amanda says, bye-bye. Oh, poor Aquarius. My son is an Aquarius, so my middle child. That's so just for anyone who's interested, I had a really interesting dream yesterday morning that was not like a dream. I had just gotten up to go to the bathroom, and then I came back to bed, and you know, it was one of those things where you still think you're awake. But you know, apparently you're not, because like I'm laying there and suddenly my middle child is next to my bed and he's like, Mom, I don't know why I'm here. And I was like, um, kind of confused, but I was like, baby, you're sleeping. So, and the thing that everyone watching this needs to understand, he doesn't live with me. He lives with his father. So I like have my, and I mean, it was vivid. It was like, it was as real as like what is happening right now. Like he was standing right in front of me and confused about how he got there. And and he's asking me questions and I'm just like, baby, you're sleeping. You're having a dream and you just go back to sleep. You're fine. Everything's fine. And and so that happened. I told him um today, I was like, so I had a dream about you the other night, and he was like, oh, and you know, I he's 12. He's going to be 12 in a couple weeks. So like I didn't ask him if he had any weird dreams. He might not even remember it. Um but that was it was really trippy for me. I've never had that. Well, no, that's not even true. I've had other dream like situations that felt so real, that felt like I was in another, you know, either an alternate dimension or I had traveled to somewhere else. Um, I've never astral projected while awake, so that would be interesting to lean into and develop. But that's the first time that someone has come to me where I was at. So yeah. And then he came back like a couple minutes later and was like kind of freaking out about it and crying. And I was and like, and I was like, baby, you're dreaming. Go back to sleep. You're okay. Just go back to sleep. You're fine. And then I went into a dream. But like prior to that, I was like still pseudo awake and definitely lucid, and it felt very solid and real. So it was just weird. I've never had that experience before. So yeah. And then last night I had a dream that that I was in like Fort Knox. It felt like a bank vault, but it also felt like yeah, aw, he did need his mama. I spent a lot of time with him this week, so I think he was just missing me. Um because the kids had a full extra week off. They don't go back to school until tomorrow, so they had like 3 full weeks of Christmas vacation. Um, but last night I had this dream that I was in this bank vault, and um, it had been infiltrated. It had been like, you know, there were thieves or bad guys or somebody had gotten into the bank vault, and so. But it was like it was like owned by the military or something like that. That's why I was thinking Fort Knox. And they decided to, in order to get rid of the bad guys, they were just going to blow everything up. So like I'm in the vault, there are all these explosions happening, but I'm completely protected. I was in this like little section where I'm like, I can see the explosions are happening all around me, but I wasn't touched by any of them. And I felt like because it was such a vivid dream, lots of stuff happened, but I felt like when I woke up, what that was about was a lot of stuff is going down here on the earth plane. And there's going to be a lot of stuff, like, you know, they're just kind of, in order to get rid of these dense dark energies, there's going to be a lot of explosions as this stuff is you know, removed from the earth plane, but it's none of it's going to affect me. It's I'm safe. I'm not going to be harmed by what's going on. So I thought that was interesting as well. But yeah, I also dreamed about Doctor Who the other night. but I dream about Doctor Who all the time. The interesting thing about the Doctor Who dream is that it was the new Doctor. So Ncuti Gatwa was the Doctor in my dream, and it was the first time that I've dreamed about the 15th Doctor. I've dreamed about I've had dreams with every single one of the Doctors. So like there's that's not unusual. Now, this was the funny thing. This was the fun thing. Like he comes out like leading a dance, like a conga dance kind of thing, but it wasn't the conga, but he was like dancing and everyone was following him, and he sees me and he's like all waving, and he comes over to me and he just like snuggles me, and it was like platonic snuggling. It wasn't like, an erotic dream about the Doctor. It wasn't like that at all. He was just cuddling me and giving me so much comfort, and then he was just like speaking all this wisdom into my, he was just like cuddling me and telling me all of this stuff, and it was like, higher self, spirit guide stuff. And it was just like, everything's fine, you're doing great, some of these things that you're struggling with, you chose when you came in here, and that's okay. And it was just like this pep talk from my guides or from my higher self, but in the guise of, Doctor Who. And that was awesome. The Pluto and Aquarius, and what was that in reference to, Amanda? I just saw this comment. That is in alignment with Pluto and Aquarius energy. Is that about the everything blowing up? Is that what you were talking about? The dream about being in Fort Knox? You want to cuddle with the Doctor? It was great. It was the best. And I love him so much. Well, it's funny because I think, because I have all of these, sci-fi dreams and stuff like that, people like Doctor Who tend to take on these archetypes. Blowing the bad guys up. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Pluto. Yeah. Welcome to the new age. Okay. All right. And now that I've talked about my weird dreams and my baby boy astral projecting into my room, which was like, okay, is this stuff that I'm going to have to deal with, like, going forward? Is that going to be, what do you think, Amanda? Does anyone want to weigh in on, like, have you ever had someone astral project into your dreams or into your room or whatever? This was great. Thank you. Thank you, Amanda. So, all right. Well, then if there is nothing else. So Amanda hasn't experienced that kind of astral projection, but would welcome it. So if there is nothing else, I guess we will wrap up from here. Thank you all so much for joining us on this live stream. They're only going to get better from here. I mean, it's like I said earlier, I don't plan for these, and I don't think I'm supposed to. Yes, you can block these things, you can keep that from happening. But yeah, I think that this is going to be this is going to start happening Sunday nights. I do have the Ascension event coming up January 21st through the 28th. So Sunday the 21st and Sunday the 28th, I'm not going to have a clear signal. I am going to be channeling at the event. We're going to record those things, so they might not be live streamed, but they will go up on YouTube. So keep an eye out for that. If we do decide to live stream things, if we get the Wi-Fi working the way that we need to, I'll let y'all know on Facebook and keep everyone updated about what's going on there. If you would like to attend the event, there's information down in the doobly-doo, as somebody likes to say. I don't know. In the section below, there's a place where information is supplied. and it's down there. So like, comment, subscribe, all those things. And yes, thank you all for joining me. And I look forward to more of these. This is a lot of fun, and I get a lot out of it. Description box. Thank you. Thank you, Amanda, for supplying me with words, because that's what I do. Is I use words to speak from my mouth and tell people things. Yes. Thank you too. And I will see you all later. I love you all.